What's the crack, everybody? You listen to the Discus Lariat Collective podcast. I'm Warren here with Daryl, and feels a bit mad even saying that, to be honest with you. But yeah, back at it. Let's see how long this will last. But yeah, so today just going to chat about AEW, I suppose you could say, and the rumors, I suppose. Daniel
Rumors
Bryan.
and innuendo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Daniel Bryan and CM Punk. Are they signing? Have they signed? When will they be revealed or whatever? I suppose we'll just jump into, I suppose, the one side of the coin to be Daniel Bryan. I think he's 100% signed. I think that's locked in. I think Daniel Bryan's an AEW guy right now. Obviously they haven't revealed anything yet, but I think that's a done deal. I think it'd be probably maybe 2 years, 2-year contract, 3 years at a push, and I think it'll be less dates, more money, kind of thing. Do you think he's already signed and stuff like that?
Yeah, well, according to Meltzer, both of the guys have signed. It's not a matter of where or if, it's when now they're going to debut. But yeah, I think it was Meltzer said it yesterday now that both of them are confirmed 100%, but it's just when. That's the thing. So yeah, it's just hard to wrap my head around. I know we were talking about it months ago, like, yeah, maybe, but it was kind of looking like, yeah, maybe Punk. But as for Daniel Bryan, like, it was just like, he'll probably go back, just, back to WWE, whether it's dropping down to NXT or whatever. But this is just bizarre, crazy to think of.
It is, yeah. And like, obviously they came from other places before WWE, but they kind of obviously established themselves as megastars in WWE. They both had a similar kind of trajectory as well, I suppose. Like, Daniel Bryan wasn't instantly the guy. CM Punk wasn't instantly the guy. They both had to kind of fight for that place as well. And like, as you were saying before we jumped on, like, we'll go into that now in a sec, but the likes of Daniel Bryan, whatever about CM Punk, he's been out of it for a while, had his MMA career. He's doing other things. I think he wrote a few comic books. He's in films and stuff now. So, but Daniel Bryan is a wrestler. Do you know what I mean? Out and out a wrestler. So it's very strange. It's going to be very strange seeing him in AEW, and not in a bad way or nothing like that. No knock on them, but it feels like we all thought he'd come back to WWE. So it's a bit of a mad one, all right. But it's like, yeah, you were saying about that Kenny Omega thing. Like, the interview we talked about, how could you let someone like Daniel Bryan just go? So it's a bit of a shocker.
Yeah, like, it's whatever about a wrestling kind of standpoint. If you don't want him wrestling or whatever, you don't want him going for the big belt anymore or whatever, that's not something you just drop in your company. You keep that guy in the background. Like Omega said it there, like, about Daniel Bryan creating the S-Mill. Like, he wasn't winning that belt.
Yeah.
Never. He wouldn't have even been talked about to win.
No.
But he was just like, no, that's it. I want that belt. And he created the S-Mill. And I think we all know how big that was. Still is. Yeah. Like, the fan base off Daniel Bryan alone. Like, he could shout in the street and people had blood.
Yeah, literally.
So they'd be queuing up to wipe his arse. Like, yeah, it's just crazy how they let him go and just not kept him in the background, especially while the writing team, and like, obviously we all seen, I can't remember the girl's name, who was hired for Raw that time. Hadn't got a clue about wrestling.
Yeah.
Bobby Ashley.
Yeah, do you remember that? Yeah. Yeah, it's brutal.
Like, do you know what I mean? And then you're letting Daniel Bryan go.
Yeah.
It's just bizarre. So look, all the best to WWE, but I think we all know they're having shooting themselves in the foot now with letting Bryan go. And look, what I think is going to happen with him is, yeah, like you said, he's going to have less dates, but I don't think he's going to wrestle less. Yeah. I think the whole merger now between all the companies, I think Daniel Bryan, yeah, he's going to wrestle fewer dates for AEW, but he's going to be signed to them. But within them space of dates, he's going to be, say it's from whatever, say September to December, he'll be with AEW doing the storyline. Or January to, say, March, he might fly over to, say, Ring of Honor, do a little bit there, say New Japan, 2 months there, back to AEW again for another couple of months, then somewhere else. So he's still doing his dates, his contract, but he's then being allowed to go and do his kind of farewell tour or whatever you want to say, like, without being held back, like WWE wouldn't probably let him do. So
no. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It's almost like the Moxley deal. I mean, he came in, you seen him win the US title for New Japan and stuff like that. So yeah, and then if you look at even Impact now, Jay White from Bullet Club, whatever, from New Japan, strolling around Impact, not about it to him. So and new member of Bullet Club as well there now with Chris Bay from Impact. So it is like, it's almost like I've seen people talk about saying it's as close as it can get to the territory days now. Like we had the NWA, you had the WCW, WWF and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool. Like, and I think that's, as you said, yeah, that kind of farewell tour, or let Daniel Bryan do what he wants, or Bryan Danielson, because he won't be under that WWE name anymore. So we might see the American Dragon back, the big long robe, and yeah, just an absolute killer in the ring. But yeah, I think I've seen a thing as well, right? So they have that episode of Dynamite in Ashe Stadium in a few weeks' time or whatever, and they've sold, I can't remember, I think it's over 15,000 tickets already. And if they were to announce Daniel Bryan and say, right, he's going to be on this show, Daniel Bryan's all elite, the usual kind of stuff they go on with, say he's going to be on this show, that'll obviously tip the scales. That'll sell out. That show will sell out. No bother. But that'll be the first non-WWE show to sell out there since 1999. So that's a huge kind of, what would you say?
Achievement.
Yeah, big time. Yeah. And especially then, obviously, having Daniel Bryan on the marquee. And then you still have, obviously, all your AEW stars, don't get me wrong, but having that big name, it's like when they brought in Christian, and they bring in people every now and then. Malachi Black is another one. And you're like, whoa, this is cool. Like, you have a statement of intent. So I think Daniel Bryan should debut there at the Ashe Stadium. I think it'd be deadly. And plus it'll give him his own thing, because with the likes of Punk, it seems like All Out is that destination for CM Punk to debut, Chicago and stuff like that. That's what you want there. You don't want to see both of them on the one show, I don't think. Just giving the debuts out. I think, Daniel Bryan there, CM Punk then a few weeks down the line, or a few months down the line at All Out, have Punk show up. And then in terms of Punk's contract, I was saying just there before we came on, I think it could be more of a Lesnar thing. I didn't think he'd even sign a contract, to be honest. I thought it'd be like, oh yeah, let's test the waters. I'll sign a deal for one show, two shows, that kind of thing, and just see how it is. But you are saying you think otherwise, which let's hear it, because I thought it was deadly.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be like a year, 2 years. Like, you're not bringing that guy over. His fan base alone is just crazy. Like, how long? 2014.
Yeah, I think he's gone like 7 years. I think 7 or 8 years.
After getting punched around in MMA, still coming back. People are still backing him up and all. Like, he could sit in the crowd and do nothing.
Yeah,
you're gonna have every CM Punk fan tuning in to AEW just to see will he do something. So I don't care. I literally could not care if CM Punk wrestles or not. I don't. I'd like to see him wrestle at least once. But if he's on that team in the background with Kenny Omega, the Bucks, all that power that's in the back, writing great television.
Yeah.
Mark Henry, Big Show on the team, JR, Jesus Christ. Like,
so many
you're adding all these lads who had, maybe some of them didn't voice their opinion that much, but they're voicing them now, like, of WWE, what they did wrong, and the writing, and this, that, and the other, and the ideas that they've had in the company that was never kind of, was always shot down. Tony Khan's giving them that kind of, he will give them that freedom, and he will listen to them, and he will implement storylines or whatever. He will work with them.
Yeah.
If Punk has a storyline for, say, whatever wrestlers, Tony Khan might not see, I don't want that storyline with them. Let's try it though with another group of people. He won't shut down the whole storyline itself. So yeah, I think Punk, he's going to be around at least 2 years. I don't think, I'd say it'll be at least a 1 year contract, maybe a rolling year. And after that, then if he does want to sign like an extension, then as whether it's a wrestling thing or it's just like a producer or whatever. Like, you have Jerry Lynn, Dean Malenko, fucking hell, like, Arn Anderson, like, it's crazy, absolutely crazy. As for what is going to happen, I think you're right with the whole Daniel Bryan thing. What I think is going to happen with that is, I think Daniel Bryan's going to debut. I think if anybody's looking at the Twitter of, oh my God, the Young Bucks, they're kind of still sticking to their kind of personas, and they're kind of tweeting a little bit about it. And they said at one stage, I hope they can take our finisher.
Yeah.
So to me, what I'd like to see is, and I think it'd blow everybody's fucking mind, is, like you said, the Daniel Bryan Ashe Stadium. He's having his moment. It's been announced. He's signing. This is where he's signing. He comes out like Christian Cage. He's signing the contract or whatever like that. Young Bucks come down and interrupt and start giving him stick. Yeah, he beats them off, whatever. Then straight on to All Out. And then before that's announced, it's announced that special guest of the night is going to be CM Punk in the crowd. Yeah. So again, storyline develops throughout the couple of weeks. And then Daniel Bryan's getting beat down by the Young Bucks. Boom, over the guardrail, jumps CM Punk into the ring. Clears house with Daniel Bryan. Two boys left standing in the ring. There's your two fucking megastars.
Yeah, that'd be class, wouldn't it?
And then, yeah, on to your next event, maybe. There's a storyline then built for a tag team match for the two boys. And then, obviously, they've both been out of the ring. You're not going to put Punk into a singles match straight away. No way.
Yeah.
So, who's the best thing to put him in with? Daniel Bryan, who's hasn't wrestled since April. That's fine. He's only out for a couple of months. Then you've got the Young Bucks, who are probably arguably one of the best tag teams, if not the best tag team in the business right now.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer. That's what I'd love to see. And then you're going to have whatever, that could be a main event of the following pay-per-view then, after All Out.
Yeah.
You've got Daniel Bryan and CM Punk versus the Young Bucks. There's that just alone off that match, you've got another sold-out stadium.
Yeah, you're printing money now at this stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can go on to your singles matches now.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's actually very exciting to think. And obviously there's all these fantasy booking scenarios that, like as you said, tag team match with the Bucks. Amazing. And it doesn't even matter, like CM Punk can stand on the apron and just hit the one hot tag and clear house hit with GTS on someone and Bryan picks up the win, or even the Bucks pick up the win. But it's one of the things like, oh Jesus, seeing CM Punk wrestle again, stuff like that. And obviously Bryan as well. But in terms of singles kind of things, Bryan and Kenny Omega would be amazing. Bryan and pretty much anyone is amazing anyway. But then I'm thinking about CM Punk, the way he's always been very anti-hero and against authority and this and that. I think him against Kenny Omega's current character, where he runs the whole shop, I think that'd be deadly for CM Punk. But again, we'll see what happens there. But I think I'd say to get him even in there, they'd be like, you know what? Yeah, we'll let Kenny drop the belt in and stuff like that. And I'd say he'd be all right. Yeah, more than happy to take that and run with
it. That's the thing. I'd be worried about that because how much they've built Jungle Boy.
Oh, I'm not even gonna lie. I forgot all about Jungle Boy. I'm not gonna lie.
That's the thing that I think they're not going to. Is Jungle Boy all out, or is he at Fighter Fest?
What?
Against Kenny Omega. He has a title match against Kenny Omega.
I don't know. I can't remember.
I think it's gonna be. Yeah, if it is Happy Days, then you might have that could be your storyline then, obviously. But yeah, if that's going to be at All Out, I think Jungle Boy is going to come out of that. So you're not going to really, unless Punk's going to come out as a heel, which I highly doubt.
Yeah, I can't see him coming out as a heel now. Yeah, I suppose. There's a few other moving pieces there that I completely forgot about Jungle Boy. It's mad though because with all this buzz now around Punk and Bryan, it feels like some of the shine has gone off them. What they could put out like 3 weeks of great television out, and it feels like you'd almost overlook it because there's such a buzz in the air. Like, and again, it's nothing against like the lads at AEW, like the likes of like Tommy Ent or Malachi Black or whatever. When he came in, I was like, this is amazing. And then already it's been like, whoa. And then I'm like, oh my God, Daniel Bryan. I was like, I don't even care about that anymore. Do you know what I mean? And then I'm like, oh, Punk.
I'll come back.
Yeah. So either way, it's going to be amazing. I'd say this is a landmark kind of 6 months to a year now for AEW, I think. Hands down.
Yeah. Crazy.
Especially if they sign both.
Yeah. And then if you're going to see Jay White, then kind of dipping his toe into AEW as well.
Yeah.
And then Bullet Club.
Yeah. And that's only going to... Sorry, go on.
You had your man, what's his name? Fat Hughes, or is it?
Oh, the Corey here fella.
Yeah, for he's going to be fighting Lance Archer.
Yeah, Higuleo or something like that.
Yeah, so you're going to have Bullet Club members kind of definitely now coming over.
Yeah.
And that kind of war between Bullet Club and the Elite.
Yeah.
Again, like storylines are just
writing themselves. That's what they're doing. They're writing themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, all you have to do is just pick two lads from different companies, put them in a ring. That's it.
Yeah.
Granted, just wrestle.
Yeah, literally.
But yeah.
And then you go back and you think about 2001 WWE, and you're like, oh, the invasion storyline, and then you watch the pay-per-view and you're like, God damn, they shit the bed with this yoke. It was amazing leading up to it, and then the pay-per-view. But yeah, I suppose we could leave it there then if you want. We touched on the new boys there and what we think might happen or what we'd like to happen. We'll go more in depth on it once it's all confirmed, I suppose. Once you see, say, Bryan Danielson or CM Punk being announced, or we'll see what happens over the next week or two, I suppose.
Cult of personality better play. If it doesn't,
yeah,
that you wouldn't know, because Tony Khan's after getting what Wild Thing and everything. He's signing up with like actual music. So
yeah,
we got.
I seen thing as well. Live in Colour, who sing that, they followed AEW yesterday on Twitter.
Fuck off.
I swear to God.
I'm buying adult nappies that week.
I can't wait.
Absolutely piss myself.
Right, before we get too in depth on the excrement here, we'll call it a day. But yeah, that was just our thoughts on CM Punk and Bryan Danielson, if they're going to return, and what we'd like to see with AEW and stuff like that. But yeah, absolutely smashing it lately there, AEW. So yeah, cannot wait to see what happens there. But yeah, once again, thanks very much for listening. If you like the stuff, give us a subscribe on YouTube and wherever you get your podcast, I suppose. Yeah, and
we're on the same contract as Punk. Only 12 dates a year from.
Yeah, you'll see us when you see us. But yeah, then on Instagram, Discus Larry Collective. Give us a follow over there. I'm doing the 30 days of SummerSlam kind of thing right now, where I post like some of my favorite matches and stuff like that from SummerSlam. So that's kind of pretty cool actually. And then going back and watching them all matches, I'm like, oh yeah, geez, this was amazing. And then you realize the rest of the pay-per-view is kind of shite. So, but yeah, it's good fun. And then on Twitter, the Discus Larry. Put all the links in the description below. So yeah, once again, thanks very much for listening, watching, whatever you are doing. Just had it on the background with you cleaning the gaff, whatever you want to do. But yeah, we'll see you soon anyway. Talk to you.